Yo, what's going on? Yo, welcome back to the channel, man. And today we'll be reacting to Modern Dystopia, video by Where's Dav. I know it's Where's Dave, but I'm gonna keep saying Where's Dav. I started with saying Where's Dav, so I'm gonna keep running with it. Video by Where's Dav. Ooh, I have no idea how to unpack that title. So yeah, that is it. I don't know what to do with that title, bro. Listen, it's kind of interesting to think about. This might be a little bit of a think piece, chat. So let's just see what Dav is talking about. You feel me? Let's go. Oh man, where's my mouse?
Low Caesar. The other day I woke up. The other day I woke up to two things.
Right.
One, Low Caesar's forgetting my crazy sauce with my order.
Crazy work.
The realization that we are living in one of the lamest dystopias of all time.
Digital shelf price labels for all its stores by the end of the year.
At first I thought to myself, damn. I mean, every generation has had to adapt to new things coming in as well. When I finally looked around and realized there ain't no damn way this shit is actually real to begin with. The year is 2026, in which we all got bad habits. Yes,
Vices.
we have bad habits. But nowadays, this shit be so normalized, I swear they ain't even considered bad no more. They just be habits. Gambling is everywhere. Like, no matter where you go, some form of gambling is waiting for you on the other side.
Chat, do you know how so true this is? Right? I'll open my phone right now and I'll make 2 swipes and I'll promise you I'll find an ad for gambling somewhere. I was just thinking about showing my phone to y'all, but then I realized that's probably gonna be crazy if I'm not careful as to what's showing on my phone.
What do you mean by that?
So I'm not gonna do that, but y'all get the idea. Like, there's probably gonna be a few gambling ads in this video that I'm gonna edit out, obviously, but there's probably gonna be a few of them, bro. So y'all know as well as anybody else, if you're on the internet, you're seeing these gambling sites being pushed dramatically. It's crazy. Even on places like Facebook, bro, it's crazy. Who uses Facebook these days, man?
Last year, sports betting generated almost $17 billion of revenue.
Wow.
17 billion.
With the B,
Like,
chat.
In case some of y'all niggas are not picking up the severity of how large this number is, take $1 million and then add 16,000 more of those. How is this happening? But to be honest, I can't even be surprised because I have yet to run into a nigga in my life who don't got at least one sports betting app on their phone. You ever try to watch a live sport?
He must not have ran into us then, chat, because what are you talking about? I'm still not gonna listen. I want to instinctually prove that it's not, but at the same time I gotta be conscious of what the fuck's going on my phone. So it's like, yeah, regardless though, I don't do that, bro. I don't do that. I tell y'all in every video where gambling is concerned not to gamble, bro. I don't do it. You shouldn't do it. Your parents shouldn't do it. Your friends shouldn't do it. Your ex-girlfriend probably should do it because fuck her or him. But you know what I mean? You shouldn't gamble, bro.
Sports game or an event and just get swarmed with 300 different betting ads. Low bar, high bar, minimize the gameplay, then just throw it on the screen, on the field, in the stands, on the jerseys, and somehow there's infinite companies. FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, PrizePicks, Caesar Sportsbooks, Underdog, Bet365, The Score Bet, ESPN Bet. How is there so many? And with the World
I only knew about like maybe 3 or 4 of those that he just listed, bro. Holy hell. Fuck. They are really trying to milk every single penny out of us at any cost, bro. Jesus, because gambling is an addiction, okay? It's hot take, gambling might be a stronger addiction than drugs, all right? Because it's so much easier to just lose everything in one drop. Like, because as soon as you get into it, you have to keep going, at least until you win your money back. And then they'll throw you a little bit of a lob and give you a little bit extra money. And then that'll fill your brain with some sort of weird, oh shit, I'm winning. I might be on a streak now. I can probably run this bag up. And then next thing you know, you're going to the ATM for the 17,000th time for the night trying to pull some money out of it, bro. And now your kids don't have a freaking college fund no more, bro. It's crazy. Stay out of casinos, bro.
Cup right around the corner. I'm not even surprised at how much more they're about to make. Matter of fact, I don't.
Fuck that. Just stay off from the gambling sites in general. Casinos, the apps, none of it is good for you, bro. Keep away. Keep away.
don't even want to know the number because that shit will only piss you off even more. But I ain't finna sit here and act like I'm entirely against gambling because at the end of the day, we all make a choice. You don't have to engage with it. But why is it constantly shoved in your face everywhere you go now? I remember being stuck in traffic, looked out my right side window, and saw a big-ass billboard for a gambling app. They got gambling ads on buses.
Crazy.
I downloaded Snapchat for the first time in years, trying to find an old memory, and got sent a Snapchat from FanDuel. What the fuck is going on? When you're a kid, you're constantly told things like,
"Don't gamble. It's not good for you. The house always wins."
And then you get older, and all it takes is one scan around the room before you realize no one gives a f. Like, people will deadass bet on everything, because what do you mean you're looking for ways to bet on sperm racing? You can bet on sports. You can bet on video game tournaments or events. Politics,
Crazy.
Economics.
Crazy.
The weather.
Crazy. Hold on. That weather one is crazy. I keep seeing that on TikTok. It's crazy. It starts off with like this guy talking about, I made some money because it snowed last night. I'm like, nigga, shut the I skip it every time. It's crazy. But what I was going to say originally before I got sidetracked, how are you betting on politics, bro? Like, this is why our country is ran by the people it's ran by, isn't it? Oh! Because somebody wanted to make a bet. And, okay.
Remember when the word goon was used to describe someone who was a villain, a thug, a delinquent?
Sure.
Yeah, so now it means to jerk off. And this type of content is literally everywhere. In this timeline, people are ridiculously open when it comes to mentioning how much they actually play with themselves. To this day, I still can't scroll through this platform without getting flashbanged by some cartoon yiddies or yams. Comment section still be having hella bots. I've seen a video get dropped recently by Channel 5 titled The Gooniversary. And it was supposed to be a tribute to the dude who thought it would be a good idea to go through a coffee shop's drive-thru while playing with himself and the windows rolled down, in which he then got exposed by one of the workers and apparently ended up taking himself out of the game. I'm telling you, this timeline cannot be real. But in the video, they then host a memorial where they're wearing shirts for him, giving him nicknames like Goon Lord, and even gave him a chant. This has got to be one of the worst legacies of all time. Nowadays, I be coming across this type of shit, and I can barely even process what I'm looking at, but at least I'm not the only one. Imagine this is the last piece of evidence that proves we existed as a generation, and historians gotta use this shit to figure out what we were even about. Like, they somehow get access to this footage, and then now they just have a bunch of dudes on screen chanting "Goon in peace." Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they're gonna have to skip our timeline, because my ass is sitting here in real time saying this can't be real, so only God knows what the hell they'll be thinking. When our ancestors thought about what people would be doing in the future, it's more than likely they only thought of us flying cars, controlling robots, creating things that overall would make life easier. But if they were to still exist and they looked outside today, there ain't no way in hell they would believe what people are doing outside. Recently, the non-influencer side of Coachella has been trending, and I'm starting to see why, because what do you mean people are paying hundreds of bucks to go camp in the middle of a desert, where they then have to stand on a wooden stool and shower out of a bucket underneath a tent? Wow. Or better yet, line up to use a public shower. Just to watch people perform on stage, oh my god.
Yeah, Coachella was one of those things I never understand. Like, it's an experience to have. From what I know about Coachella, from the little bit of stories I've heard, is that people only do it to get smacked up out of their mind on drugs, bro. And vibe to good music. All the extra stuff just comes with that, you know? That's from what I hear, okay? I don't know how true that is, okay? I'm not saying that's all of what the Coachella audience is, just a bunch of drug addicts, okay? But from what I was told, it is notorious for people taking them drugs, them stimulants, and then having the grandest time of their lives. That's why everybody remember it so fondly most of the time. How true that is, I don't know. If any of y'all have ever been to Coachella, I don't know what's wrong with me these days. You let us know. Don't admit to anything. Use innuendos. We'll catch it.
You better hope it ain't windy outside and your shit don't blow away, because otherwise you're literally in the middle of the desert with your ass out. And don't even get me started on public bathrooms, because I've yet to hear anything good about those ever in my life. Came across this clip the other day where this girl said she had to use the washroom at Coachella. Only problem is it was late at night. And as she's going to the washroom, it's freezing outside.
It's freezing.
Windy as shit. Weather's giving her the sniffles. There's dust blowing absolutely everywhere that they have to sleep in. And when she finally makes it there, this is what she walks into.
Yeah,
We got niggas
sounds
out here
about
paying
right.
hundreds of dollars to go suffer when you get dead ass paid like $15 at the Arby's cash register.
For
There's
the
a lot
same
cheaper
thing.
ways to have a bad time. I swear some of these companies, organizations, or anyone that has a mass influence just start having niggas do anything. Coachella's putting people in a poverty simulator. Mr. Beast has had people performing the most ridiculous acts for so long, all because they're trying to win money.
And when this chain runs out, it's going to pull him to the
Bottom of the ocean.
And this is only the first of
7 death traps we have planned for him.
Like
I
at this
beg
point,
your
I swear
pardon?
he's just conducting his own social experiments on human nature for his own entertainment. But at least in these cases, you can say that all these people are somewhat influenced. Other niggas just be doing it for the sheer love of the game. Remember when cave diving was trending, in which a bunch of people were diving into crevices?
That was never trending. I do not remember that ever trending. I just remember a bunch of stupid people making the dumbass decision to squeeze their fat asses into the tiniest of crevices, into caves, into death holes for whatever reason or the next. It was not a trend.
He ain't lying.
Only people who had a death wish and just wanted to be done with it faster but wanted to look cool doing it did this. Let's not make that sound like it was a fun thing that everybody wanted to do. It was not. Come on now.
So small, you genuinely had no clue how they would get out. And they probably had no clue either. We already know that hella people be betting on sperm racing, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know who's crazier. The motherfuckers betting on this shit or the people giving them something to bet on. Cause no one actually knows how they're going about starting these races. And why is everyone going to Epstein's Island?
What?
What?
Like,
Huh?
is there some fucking all-you-can-eat Little Caesars? Cause otherwise, can we please leave this nigga's residency alone? Time and time again, I'll come across
They looking for the goon material, bro.
What did you say, nigga?
Wild. I can't believe that statement just came out of my mouth. Whoa. Jesus.
a video of someone new exploring his island. Straight going through nothing.
I'm also not gonna edit that out because y'all need to see that I fuck up too sometimes. Holy hell. Arrest these people because they're going there looking for something that should not be found, bro.
Nothing but hula hoops and obstacle courses to get there. And it's like, although he may not be with us no more, you don't know what souls haunt that damn island. And I don't know what people are expecting to see, because even if you do go find something, I promise you it won't be good. But despite everyone already knowing all of this, in these times it's somehow become a tourist attraction.
I beg
What?
your pardon.
In these modern times with technology, there ain't a single soul I know that's not on the internet. However, if I ever end up having kids, I'm making sure they don't touch this shit until they're like 25. Because so much bullshit is dropped on here every day to a point where everyone has become desensitized to so many things, I don't even know where to start. Everything has become a meme. Like literally everything. It don't matter if it's a bad person doing really bad things to others or bad things be happening to random people, everything is getting memed. I swear it could be the most f***ed up, gut-wrenching, twisted headline, and there'll always be that one nigga in the comment section fishing for likes. Recently, artist David was arrested for his case dating back to 2024, in which
I said it before and I'll say it again. Get that nigga up out of here. I don't care how you do it, just do it.
she allegedly performed multiple heinous activities towards a 14-year-old girl named Celeste, and is now potentially facing the death penalty.
Let's go, chat. My emote's gonna be rare in Fortnite. Don't worry, guys. I'll be making songs for y'all.
Everyone already knows that Epstein was a bad guy and he did a bunch of things or was involved with a bunch of things that you probably don't even want to say out loud. Around the beginning of the year, over 3 million pages of the Epstein files were released, in which word got out that a lot of these motherfuckers were doing upright horrible things.
I have a question. Okay? 3 million pages. How long was the actual thing? Did they ever say? Because I never paid attention enough to know how wide, how vast the Epstein file shit goes. Like, after I heard the stuff with the kids, I was like, yep, that's all I needed to hear. I'm done here. Logged all the way off. Then we got a list of some of the names, you know what I mean? And then some of the people in power, you know what I mean? And then I was like, okay, even more of a reason for me to log off. I'm trying to distance myself as far away from this as possible. I don't want to hear it. It's going to make me hate humanity again, bro. So, I don't know how big the files are, is my point. How many pages or whatever is left in these files if they can release, what was it, 3 million? 3 million pages? And there's still more. Do we really want the rest? Like, do we not just have enough evidence to get people up out of here within those 3 million pages? Or like, all right, are we trying to scar ourselves for the remainder of our lives until half of us commit self-deletion? You know what I mean? Because I don't know, man. If it gets any worse than some of those freaking... I can't do it, bro. I'm going to lose faith in humanity again, bro. And then that's not going to be nice. I'm not going to enjoy that if that's the case.
5 Nights at Epstein's.
5 Nights at Epstein's, okay.
Escaped the island. Diddy was arrested for a bunch of sexual charges and then was literally thrown in jail because of it. 5 Nights at Diddy's. Or better yet, we get a partnership starring the dynamic duo in A Way Out. The year is 2026, in which I've damn near seen this dude's face plastered in literally every corner of the internet. Like, it don't matter where I go, I can't avoid him. Fortnite, that one speed stream, Sophie Rain, Flight Reacts, a Minecraft trailer.
What?
If you were to show someone this clip 10, 5...
Hold on. Go back. Go the fuck back. What the fuck is this shit right here? Is that King Von? What am I looking at, bro? What is this? Why do... Listen. Y'all don't know what to do with technology, bro. Take it away. Because why are y'all using AI to do some nonsensical bullshit like this, bro? Why is this a thing that's allowed to be freaking on my screen right now? Why is this a thing that is allowed to freaking interrupt my peaceful day? What is happening? What is happening?
This clip 10, 5, and 3 years ago, they'd probably implode off of confusion alone. However, nowadays you come across this kind of shit every single day. I've seen too many variations of this dude to the point where I couldn't even tell you what he was known for. But what I can tell you is that apparently he's a rapper now for On the Radar's radio.
Okay.
These AI vids have got to go.
I'm saying, bro.
The internet has always been a place of nonsense and people posting absolute craziness, especially due to its nature taking place behind a screen. But in these current times, there is no way we haven't reached peak desensitization because the human brain was not designed to see this much craziness. Like, you'll deadass scroll past something crazy and not even think twice about what you just saw because in like 2 more scrolls, you'll probably see something even crazier. Day-to-day life as we know it has always required some form of income to survive. But as far as time goes on, the entire concept of money just gets more and more fake.
Yeah.
Everyone already knows about the traditional norm in which niggas are supposed to go to school, get a job, make money, blah, blah, blah. But ignoring the fact that way more people are graduating than jobs are even created, even if you were to land a job, you will literally never come close to some of the wealth these motherfuckers have. Like, some of these guys have or are worth so much money, it doesn't even make sense.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point, dude. Dav. You know what I mean? I'm like not trying to attack you or nothing, Dav, right? But they're purposefully keeping the job market limited so they have an influx of just potential workers. So if one person doesn't want to stay in line and behave, they can replace them with somebody else who wants the job. You know what I mean? And that's how they keep the freaking wealth in just that small percentage of freaking wealthy people. While the rest of us is fighting for our lives trying to make ends meet, bro. It's fucking wild. It's crazy work, bro. Crazy work.
Elon Musk is on the verge of becoming the world's first trillionaire. Y'all know how many zeros that is? Like, this is how big that number is. You could have earned $10 million every single day since the year 2000 and not even come close to a quarter of his net worth. And you can apply this logic to damn near every billionaire. 2000 ain't even far enough. You can put any year dating all the way back to 1900, over a fucking century ago, and you'd still only be around half. Now, yes, this is net worth, meaning they don't actually have that amount to spend. And obviously, becoming a billionaire requires hard work. But there's no way someone or some system isn't being exploited in that process. Think of how many workers it takes to run those warehouses, then look at how much they get paid.
What did I say?
Assuming they don't get replaced.
What did I say?
Like this is why companies will have you paying extra for things you shouldn't be, especially when the goal is to make as much as possible. Back when I had to take that advanced x-ray of my tooth, had I not paid to speed up my results using the rush option, I would have received them last month. A lot of grocery stores are gonna start using digital price tags within the near future. And even as I'm saying that out loud, it literally just sounds like a recipe for disaster. Like, you're telling me you could be trying to buy some and the price can just change while you're doing so? Bro,
Fuck no.
your favorite cereal is on sale, bro. Oh, for real? What is that? $3.50 instead of $7? You know what? I would get this shit right now.
Okay, sir, so your total is going to be $8.60.
What do you mean the price is gonna be $8? The price tag showed $3.50.
Sir, that was probably the price at 4 p.m. It's now 4:01 p.m. Price has been adjusted, sir.
Bro, did you get a chance to buy the cereal, bro? Cause the screen just changed to $8, bro. All in all, we really are living one of the most dystopian timelines. Things that were never considered good for you are constantly being shoved in your face. There's a lot of questionable activities outside. Everyone's become desensitized to things. What people are doing to make money is only getting crazier. Blah, blah, blah. I can't help but question how a lot of these things are real. I mean, you tell me, do you think the reason why a lot of these things feel fake is because they were never meant to be real in the first place? Or is this what inevitably happens when new things are being introduced to the scene every day?
Bro, listen, I'm not about to think that deeply on this video, bro. Not tonight, bro. Not tonight. I came home from work. I just had a great shower, enjoyed my shower. I'm not about to work my brain that hard. But I understand to some degree where bro is going with this. You know what I mean? Because let's be so for real, bro. What is actually the world going to turn into within the next 20, 30 years, bro? When I'm a 40, 50-year-old man, what is the world gonna look like? Obviously, with how things are progressing, how fast things are progressing, the world is probably gonna be either dramatically different, like all the way drastic, or it's gonna regress. And if it regress, it's gonna regress hard. Like, I feel like if the world doesn't, like, go all the way to the extreme where, you know, now we're fighting against robots to freaking earn our lives back, right, and stop being enslaved to the robots, we're gonna regress back to the time where houses was like, you can piss in a bucket and give it to somebody and they'll take that for a house. You know what I mean? A house, a nice car, all that, like, yeah, that kind of shit. Cause, man, listen, I don't see any way out. I can't fathom any way out, I should say, because I'm just a grunt worker like the rest of most of us. You know what I mean? I'm just pumping money into someone else's pockets, bro. Ain't that some shit? I'ma catch y'all in the next video, chat. Peace.